I grew up on a dirt road in 92. The field so wide and the sky so blue. Driving daddy's tractor by the time I was 3 years old. I said my prayers each every night, promising the big man that I'd do right, that I'll treat my girl nice and a blessing for my mama's soul. My phone passcode's 1776, and there ain't nothing that a little freedom can't fix. I'm from the USA and I'm so dang proud, gonna rev my truck and shout it out loud. I love this country, I cannot lie. Every day for me is the 4th of July. And when I think of fireworks, I can't help but cry. If I could, I'd make Lady Liberty my wife. Baseball, apple pie, burgers and fries, a cold beer in a cup a mile wide. But sometimes I wonder what life's like for them folks across the pond, on the other side. You know, I always have wondered what them United Kingdom folks been up to since we chased them out. Growing up, living life, well, I reckon they do things just a little bit different over there. Yeah, alright.
What is your name?
Trevor.
Where are you from?
Stoningleightonhamshire, Wickham, Bingley's Borough, Kent.
Tell the lovely people what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I think you lot haven't got any idea what it's like growing up in England, yeah? I'm here to let you geezers know what modern life is all about here. Little town. It was a quiet village where I'm from. Every day, clouds and rain, no light, no sun. Real tin roof, walls of cream-coloured plaster. The garden was lovely, but my life was a disaster. Mum made beans and toast for breakfast every day, twice a day. Excessive? No way. Customary? 2 plates, mate. You having a go, hey? That's common. Come off it. First and second breakfast, cause me granddad was a hobbit. Factory work, making bits and parts and that. The foreman, called Gordon, a drunkard who sat and oversaw the production, was a function of corruption. He fired me one day and said,
"Right then, good luck, son."
"Thanks, Dad." I told him I was only 6, but I knew I needed more than these cobblestones and bricks, and betwixt the raindrops predicted I'd not stop at mediocrity of factories and rise to the top of the houses and the roofs where the upper classes sleep. I took tap dancing lessons and became a chimney sweep. Skip ahead, I'm 9. Working in the coal mine for 2pence on the pound, but I found deep inside that I could talk to snakes. But I kept that to myself and toiled and grafted, accumulating wealth. 2 years passed. I asked Mum if I could at last go to school, taking classes for maths and that, so I could surpass all the lads in the mine, in the ground with their shovels and their axes and their trowels. And it was later that day I got some post from an owl, as all Brits do when they're no longer 10. King's Cross, Goblin Vaults, money to spend. Skip ahead. The big day was finally here. Castle on a lake, a group of first years facing fears of being sorted, reputations purported of different houses espousing different dogmas they courted. My days, the food, every night a feast. Scones, jellied eels, rare who roast beast. Bangers, mash, fish, chips, Wellington. But oh, I start one magic food fight and it's
50 points from Gryffindor.
I dropped out, grew up. Magic weren't for me, but maybe the lads from the mines would be welcoming. They weren't. And said the leader of the crew,
"You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you."
It was true, and I could tell that I was on my own. Big Ben chimed and a double-decker bus rolled up, doors wide. I stepped inside to find a travel guide to the countryside. I sighed, and it was there I decided to provide my life some respite from these old town ties. "To the realms!" I cried to the driver from the aisle. "Request a prize," he said.
3, 2, 1, it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Mallorca, Ibiza, maximising leisure. My mind was clear and I finally could reason what I needed in me life.
Meet a lovely wife.
No. Lucky trusty knife.
No.
Learn to play the fife.
Yeah, I learned to play the fife from the fawn in me wardrobe. Boggart's not included, and with my music skills was sure I'd be precluded from a life by myself, making birds melt, so I apparated home like Dobby the elf. Fife in me pocket, I wound through the streets. I had to dress smart if I planned to meet a bird of me own, on me own from Glasgow or Moscow, as a fife really only works in a magic meadow. I went to the shop to dress best for the club. Scabbard hat, tattered coat, fingerless gloves. Gearing up for the night, yeah, setting out for love. At the pub or at the bottom of a tankard thereof. That night, I saw a proper fit bird. I pulled her for a chat so we could have a proper word. Mutual fancy and drinks made to order. Then back at the flat, gave it 9 3/4 centimeters in it. I know I shouldn't boast, totally uncouth of me to speak of sowing wild oats. Anyway, that's me, an average British lad, a fife-playing bloke with an alcoholic dad. Not to brag, not to boast, I'm chuffed for Sunday roast. Mind the gap, carry on, queuing round a post. Hoovering, water bottles, nearly headless ghost. Pip, pip, cheerio, it's time for tea, beans and toast.